I gotta disagree on this one. America was fueled by hate long before Trump came into office.
I gotta ask you a question. I do not I can't trust Obama. I have read about him, and he's an Arab. He is not. No?
No, ma'am. He's a decent family man, citizen that I just happen to have disagreements with on fundamental issues, and that's what this campaign is all about. He's not. Thank you.
That was back in 2008. George Bush was still the president at that time. Hatred was at the forefront of American politics then and still is today. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
David Axelrod says at least one powerful Republican was personally disrespectful to Obama.
Said to him, we don't really think you should be here, but the American people thought otherwise, so we're going to have to work with you.
But America, we know that bias remains. Whether you are black or white or Hispanic or Asian or Native American or of Middle Eastern descent, we have all seen this bigotry in our own lives at some point.
It was one of 7 church fires in the South just days after 9 people in Charleston were shot dead as they prayed. Houses of worship here have been targeted since the Civil War.
Do you think it was a racist attack?
I believe it was. I think it was specifically a group that hate. I don't know if they are attached to a larger group or not, but you still have people in this community and throughout the nation who are unwilling to lay down their prejudices.
Hey, you look at the in this country, what do they want? They want people to come from Africa. The Mexicans want people, they stick up for their own kind. The Mexicans want more Mexicans here. It's that way.
There's all black colleges, there's all black churches, and nobody complains. But if whites have all white college, all white church, they're racist.
I think it comes from a history of the fact that they had to, because of segregation, they had to establish their own schools and churches. Yeah, African Americans.
Well, that's true. And everybody got along good back then.
Sorry, say that again.
The segregation, everybody got along good.
Look back in 2016 when Colin Kaepernick started kneeling during the national anthem. He was protesting to bring awareness to racial injustice, police brutality, and systemic oppression. And this is the response he got from the racists of America.
It was something that was really just a personal decision where, I didn't agree with what was going on.
Colin, how dare you sit there and blame white people for the problems of minority communities? After all, aren't you half white? Didn't 2 white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you?
Did Donald Trump use America's long history of hatred and racism to gain support? Absolutely. Are we worse off now after Trump? Absolutely. But don't confuse Trump and the GOP's tactics for being the reason why America is filled with hate. It was around before Trump and will be around long after him. Stance Grounded put it best in a recent tweet. Racism is so American that when you protest it, people think you're protesting America.
The former president recently said that illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of the country. What does that mean to you?
He was talking about the drugs coming over, poisoning the blood. He didn't mean it in any other way.
No, lady. If you want to talk about drugs, you say drugs are coming over. But if you say poisoning the blood, he's borrowing from Hitler and the Nazis, and it implies that brown people are coming over and they're poisoning the blood of white people. It's a racist statement. Don't make excuses for him. Let's see the next clip.
Donald Trump recently said that illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of America. What does that mean to you?
Well, it is, because it's kind of poisoning the pool instead of being in where they can make the same wage as everybody else. Some of them are undercutting that. So we need people that wants to be here, wants to come in the right way.
What the hell does that even mean? He said that they're poisoning the pool, which means the blood pool, which means brown people are poisoning the pool of white people. So it's a racist comment. And then the guy pivoted the wages, meaning that they're coming in and undercutting white people's wages. A lot of the people coming in are taking jobs that this dude wouldn't even want to take. So what are you talking about?
Poisoning the blood of our country. Again, it's a journey. Everyone was fleeing some kind of suffering in my estimation. I'm sure not everyone. I mean, there have always been pirates. There have always been criminals. There has always been, the criminal element. Yeah, so, I think if you want to come here and understand what it is, I understand that people want to come here hopefully to pursue
Habla, 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 pretzel, pretzel. This lady is bending over backwards to defend the statement of they are poisoning our blood. She's just looking for some way to defend Donald Trump's racist statement. And she talks about pirates and overcoming here. What's she talking about? What are these people talking about? What are they talking about? It's a racist statement.
Like this border is a disgrace. And I don't know if you know, they're letting in prisoners, but they're letting in all their people from mental institutions, many countries. Yeah. Letting them in from that. They're emptying out their mental institutions into the United States. It's a disgrace. They're destroying our country.
There's the man himself, the former complainer-in-chief, saying they're letting in prisoners and people from mental institutions. First of all, if they're prisoners, they're in prison. They're not coming. They're in prison. So I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he means they're letting in their criminals. And then he says they're letting in people from their mental institutions. I feel that Donald Trump should really be analyzed to see if maybe he should be in a mental institution. Because here's the problem. Republicans complain about the border. Donald Trump complains about the border. We all know, and hopefully if you don't, you should know that the Republicans negotiated a deal with the Democrats to deal with the border, to make the border, reinforce the border, to find ways to deal with these issues. And a lot of the issues that the Republicans wanted, they got. The Democrats gave a lot. And a lot of Democrats were hesitant. They were holding their nose as they were voting for this deal. And yet Donald Trump placed some calls last minute. Don't make the deal for immigration because it's going to be hard for me to run on immigration if you guys solve some of the problems at the border. So we now see that the Republicans are not serious at all. They're just a bunch of clowns. They really are. They are now at the will of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is more concerned about his own reelection than he is about helping America. And if you're too blind to see that, then you need to go to get yourself analyzed and find out why you are willing to twist yourself so much to defend this guy who's clearly a racist, he's clearly sexist, he's clearly narcissist, he clearly does not care about you. He's just worried that he's going to end up in prison at the end of his life, and he wants you to bail him out by voting for him so that then he can go and take all those cases that are against him and he can get rid of those and maybe lead us into civil war. Who knows what he's going to do? But wake up, people. Wake up. The comment of their poisoning our blood is a comment that was used by the Nazis. It's been used throughout history by dictators to motivate people to go against immigrants because immigrants are an easy target to go after. Immigrants are our problem. You're not our problem. Our problems aren't our problems. The free usage of guns in this country and mass shootings aren't our problems. The free flow of drugs aren't our problems. The corporations getting away without paying taxes, those aren't our problems. Our problems are immigrants who are trying to come here for a better life. That's our problem. Now, the truth is we do have an immigration problem. The immigration problem has evolved from years past, and it's gotten to a point where we really could use a solution. We could use a bill or two from Congress actually doing something to try and deal with the crisis at the border. And yet, even after they negotiated the deal, Republicans are reneging and not passing the deal because they know that Donald Trump wants to run on immigration. And if that is not a hypocritical enough reason for you to leave this Republican Party and vote either independently or vote blue, then I don't know what is. You fell for it, guys. They took you for a ride. They told you that immigration is the problem. They want to fix immigration, and you've gotten the best deal you could get on an immigration deal in Congress in years and years and years. Your own Congress is telling you that this is one of the best deals we're ever going to get, and yet you're going to tank it because you want to give Donald Trump something to run on to keep saying there's a problem at the border. And the truth is, Joe Biden will probably have to use some presidential powers of his own to try and deal with some of the stuff at the border. And he probably will deal with some of the stuff at the border, and they still won't give him credit. They'll continue to say that he is not tough enough on the border, even though this bill would have solved a lot of the issues that they're trying to deal with. So are Republicans serious? They're not. Have they really passed anything these past 2 years? They haven't. Is it easy to complain? I can complain all day long. But when you ask me what are my solutions, I better have some solutions. But they don't. They don't have solutions. Donald Trump doesn't have solutions. His only solution is keep me out of jail. Vote for me. Keep me out of jail. He's a loser. He should be in an orange jumpsuit. Hopefully he'll go away soon. And wake up, people. Wake up. They're taking advantage of you. They keep raising funds off of all of their criminal activities. And you're giving them money. It's kind of sad. And then they go to these Donald Trump rallies and they just twist themselves into pretzels to try and defend his racist comments. They're poisoning our blood is a racist comment. It's a dog whistle. And if you don't know that, then you're really stupid. I'm comedian Maz Jobrani. I'm on tour all over the country. Come check me out. I'm going to be in Phoenix, in Dallas, in San Diego. Let's have a good laugh while these people that are in denial just keep denying and twisting themselves into pretzels.